Alright, taking another break towards the main story quest, let's talk to Elphanod. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Ysael's help. Do you have the Naka meat? I do. Splendid. I shall put this with Estanine's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. I can pick my prize here. I'm gonna pick the Conjurer Pants. Before I continue, let's talk to Estanine real quick. When I set out to master the Dragoon's Jump, 'twas not to strike fear into the hearts of high-hanging fruit. I mean, you do what the job requires, right? Don't have an ego about it. Ysael. Master Alphanod possesses a rare talent for the arcane arts. Should he continue to apply himself to their study, he will become a formidable mage in time. Alright, the non-mind? I think that's what it says in the non-mind. Yeti Fang Ring of Fending. Huh. Cool. Alphanod. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I'd be suitably impressed. It's basically putting a sack on the ground, but okay. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Estanine. Calm yourself, Master Alphanod. Our offerings have not gone unnoticed. That just looks really fucking weird. They look like they're walking on peg legs. It's so strange. Vath Fleetfoot. I'm gonna try and describe these guys, because that's gonna be freaking hard. It kind of looks like, for anyone who actually knows Star Wars, when Darth Maul got cut, at the waist, and then later came back in Clone Wars because he had, like, mechanical legs and shit. It's almost like that, except if his mechanical legs were broke as shit, like ghetto and broke as shit. And these guys have some kind of, like, flat metal hat. It kind of looks like almost like a, one of those Japanese type hats, but it's metal. And they have, I guess, a really long shawl wrapped around them. And very long arms. I mean, they basically go all the way down to their knees, which they're not that tall. I guess they're as tall as Alphanod? Might be a little taller. But yeah, they're just really funky looking. And the one speaking is Vath Fleetfoot. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Yeah, he made a clicky noise. Excited Nath. Land trap nectar! Yay! Exultant Nath. Kalim tree fruit. Nath trio. And Nanka flesh. Vath Fleetfoot. I can't even tell what his face is. It's so weird. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Excited Nath. Cramped! Exalted Nath. Stifling! Nath trio. And horribly smelly! Great. Vath Fleetfoot. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far. I mean, I guess you'd get used to the smell eventually, wouldn't you? They just look so funny. I just can't get over how weird they look. Vath Fleetfoot. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Okay. Alphanod and I walk up to this dude. Whatever this is. Vath Storyteller. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Alphanon. Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Vath Storyteller. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god the one mind summoned into our midst. Ysael. No, Ysael and... yeah, of course, those two are there. The one mind. These are the Nath who reside in the main colony. Vath Storyteller. Yes, they are one. Connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. Estinine. 'Twas likely one that had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Stop. Ysael glares at him, and he's like, what? Gives a little shrug. She's like, we're trying to broker peace, you dick! He's like, what? I don't care. Vath Storyteller. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The one mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground. But no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the one mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. Uh-oh. The one mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. He looks kind of excited. He's like, he thrusts his hands out dramatically. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Huh. See what kind of ring thingy I want. Well, that one's got piety. I want piety, probably. I think piety's a good thing for me to have. See, a Nathic deity. Is that this guy? No, stolen munitions. I don't think that's what I want. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let's speak to Alphanon. The beast tribes have ever summoned their gods out of necessity. that the Nath should do so out of mere covetousness? Yeah. Covetousness sets a worrying precedent. See what the instigator has to say, otherwise known as S9. Even a wounded dragon is a dangerous opponent. These ant-men did well to overpower one. Are they ants? Like, is that what they are? Because I seriously can't even tell. A Nathic deity. Ysael. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. Alphanod. To a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. Estinine. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphanod, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the Warrior of Light to her death? I mean, when has that not been the case? Alphanod, no, You have the right of it, Estinine. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. He turns to me. Pray forgive me, Suicune. He looks down. I do not fear my duty. Come on now. I've done this before. Ysael. Wait. Suicune needs not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Estinine. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinine is such a fucking instigator. Alphanod. Estinine makes a valid point, even though he's a dick about it. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. Ysael nods, and Alphanod runs off, leaving Estinine and myself alone. Estinine. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. I mean, after what happened, I guess. I can kind of understand. Sibleroit. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm talking to these guys. Let's see. Vath Fleetfoot. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. Vath Storyteller. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. Are we not gonna tell them what we're trying to do? Are we just gonna go and kill their god and be like, well, it was necessary, you know? Voracious Vath. You are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts have you brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast. Obtain a hunk of Nanka flesh, okay. Voracious Vath. We Vath do enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? I did. I killed babies for you. Another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes, you'll have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert, a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. Huh, alright. Let's see if Ysael and Estinine have anything to say. Ysael. How strange must spoken language seem to those who once shared minds. 'Tis little wonder the Vath are by turns so obscure and transparent in their meaning. Estinine. I do not envy the ant-men their bond. Were every man's mind made known to his neighbor, Ishgard would not last a bell. Oh no, that's not good. Elfenod. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without the need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions. Estinine. And of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Ysael. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Great. Breaking into hives. It sounds painful. Elfenod. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourselves into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Yeah, pretty much. Ysael. Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Suikun? Yeah, sure, why not? Just because. Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. No. Estinine. Would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light. But the powers of the dragon is not protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphanon. Ysael. Then it is settled. Sukyun, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance, then allow them to take us prisoner. Alright. Let's speak to this Nath drone. Intruders! Your lives are forfeit! Oh, that's us. The sail was all the way over here behind a tree. Come on now. Ysael. The Overmind must now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Okay. I was gonna explain my outfit, because I just remembered I haven't explained it, but it doesn't have good lighting. Can't see it very well. But I do have a shiny bird now. It is shiny. I've been doing extra stuff on the side. That's why the videos haven't really come out so much like I had. Because I'm working on something called a relic. Intruders! Oh no! I'm not even hitting my thing that I'm doing. It would help if I actually hit the buttons that attack me. That's not the one that attacks people. He's the one that attacks me. This basically kind of looks like a hive. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's made out of mud that was probably crafted with bug parts. How am I supposed to get over there? That's lame. Let me over there in your fancy car. I can't fly yet, because I have to do something very specific in order to fly. So some of these places, I don't know how they expect me to get there. Yeah, but this part of the map is very gray. Just very... I think it's desaturated. Ysael. That should be sufficient. If we did not have our host's full attention before, we most surely have it now. Our audience with the Primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Are we about to fight that boss already? Okay. Well, again, I don't know if the lighting's going to get any better here. It might just be nighttime instead of it being dark. But basically, I'm wearing what the game calls a choir outfit, like singing choir. And it's very Christmassy, because after I did the Christmas event, I was like, man, I feel like I am not in a Christmassy outfit. I feel like I should be in a Christmassy outfit. And so I checked the Final Fantasy store for some kind of Christmassy outfit because the game didn't provide one this year. And so I found this choir outfit, and I thought it was really pretty. You know, it's basically like a very long white dress that goes all the way down to my feet. You know, it's white with like gold decorations on it, like stars and stuff. And kind of the top, like the upper part of it, is like a deep red. And I have a little hat on there on my head, which is also red, and it's got a little mistletoe, I think, on it, where it's got the 3 berries and a couple leaves. But it's in some kind of like glass or probably gem or something like that. And then on my back, I changed my weapon to a what they call a relic. And it's basically 4 angel wings in some kind of, I don't know, probably marble enlaced with gold or something like that, with a big red jewel on it, which used to be blue, if I remember correctly. It used to be very shiny. Now it's not so shiny. Now just the gem part is red, and it used to be a lot shinier. But as I did the second part of it, it got less shiny. So that was kind of lame. But I'm going to make it to where it gets to the top ranking of it, and it's going to look amazing. So I've been working on that, but it takes freaking forever. Alright, let's speak to Ysael. So my character looks very pretty. Lord of the Hive. You are prepared then? You betcha! I'm standing ready with my weapon out. Ysael. Hold here, Suicune. When the next Nath come, we offer no resistance. I'm gonna look like I am, though. Can't give up too easy. She sees them running towards us. They've surrounded us! Oh no! Looks like there's 6 of them. Nath soldiers. Surrender, intruders! There is no escape! She kind of looks at me. We pretend to exchange looks. We look around. Ysael, enough! We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your god. They swarm in and grab us. And they escort us away. We're inside somewhere. Ysael. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape, should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. I kind of like Ysael. Ysael. Though I dismissed Master Alphinaud's concerns, I confess that I did wonder how the Nath might treat their prisoners. Happily, it would seem they are not wont to harm sacrifices, nor even to disarm them. Plainly, they imagine their god invulnerable. The plan goes better than expected. I mean, yeah, that would kind of suck if they took our weapons and shit away, wouldn't it? See what this Nath drone says. Try to escape and we will break your fleshy legs. Ouch. It's this other Nath drone. No, it says the same thing. I mean, fair enough, I guess. Let's go through these doors. Got a couple of flaming braziers. Look around as we enter the room. There's lots of like blue crystals sticking out of the floor and the walls. I think we're in some kind of cave.
Now we have but to wait.
Oh, holy shit, we have voice acting. I nod stoically. They cross their arms in front of each other in X-like formation.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He thrusts his hand into the air. Ysayle closes her eyes.
He comes.
Then opens them and looks towards the sky. Which I assume is just a ceiling. That looks like a lot of fire. 4 swords that glow appear and fall down to the ground. They basically cut into the ground into a giant circle. Which then looks like it lights on fire. And creates a fire tornado. Great. Swords basically like move to like become closer to each other. Oh, now they're sticking out the back of some thing from the Alien movie. Alright then. That's a thing that exists now.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
O glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
He's kind of like a bug Arnold Schwarzenegger.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Yeah.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
She shakes her head.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach.
I mean, to be fair, for a bug, he looks freaking awesome.
Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, Your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath.
She had closed her eyes and bowed her head in thought for a moment.
And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I mean, not gonna lie, but I think he's actually the coolest god we've seen so far in this game. He's just so cool looking. I mean, again, I am not kidding when he's basically like an ant version of Arnold Schwarzenegger as a god. He's so cool. She steps forward.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
She closes her eyes and raises up her arms. The blue crystals around us start to glow. A blue light emanates from the floor surrounding her. Are you summoning Shiva? How? She raises her arms into the air, and yeah, ice crystals form from underneath her and completely encompass her in ice and shatter as she is transformed into Shiva, who is basically almost naked. But Shiva's always been like that. She's super hot.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Shiva creates an ice sword and shield. And they clash swords. They're pushing against each other. He slashed at her, but she disappeared. She's kind of just like floating in the sky now. She raises her arm up and creates a little, like, blizzard around him. And puts ice around his legs and waist. He breaks the ice. She throws ice shards at him, but he just breaks them with his swords. Raises her arms up, and the ice fangs shoot out of the ground. He slices at her, and I think he barely missed, maybe? Oh! Did he get her through the... Oh, I think he got her through the abdomen. Through the stomach. She's blowing gently in his direction. He's encased in ice again. But he breaks free.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
He cut the Shiva out of her. She's back to normal.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Oh, I am warrior. Let's go. My staff is not... Jeez.
A warrior then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Yeah, my staff is just so pathetic looking. Especially compared to what it used to be. He turns away from me and vanishes in a flash of fire. I run over to Ysael. Thok asks Thok hard has been unlocked. Sally, you doing okay? Forgive me. I was overconfident. Yeah, just a little bit. My friend goes, "You ready to pop a bug?" Yep. My friend's gonna probably do it in like one hit. Because he did it with the unrestricted kind, so we're just gonna go smash his face. Thok asked Thok hard. Travania. That's a very red sky we got going on right here. There's a fire with the 4 swords that pop out of it, all glowing. Shoot into the ground. They move in a circle, thus cutting the ground in a giant circle. Which then makes a fire tornado. Yay! And even his way of showing up is pretty freaking cool. And the swords kind of basically meld into his body. They're like sticking out his back. He's got 2. It isn't, exactly what's both hands. Or does he have 4? He might have 4. Yeah, he's got 4 swords. 4 swords in his hands and 2 in his back. What does my friend say? The most part of this fight will actually involve just avoiding the bad. Because he has health gates, so I can't just make him explode even if I had an uber weapon. So stay out of bad things.
Dance to the song of ringing steel.
So I guess it's gotta go through some mandatory phases or something.
Furious as a blaze.
Furious as a blaze! Not sure what he's doing. No. He basically lit almost the whole floor on fire. That's not good.
Hear my blaze.
Oh, his body changed. He now looks like he's made of more fire than he was before. Because he didn't look like he was made of fire, but now he does.
Thou hast bested me.
Thou has bested me.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Well, that was cool. Those bug guys are like, I think they're trying to summon him again, maybe? Oh, I think they just ran off. They're like, shit! Run! Ysael approaches from behind.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
And I don't have to cheat to turn into a god to do it.
For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
I nod, stoically. Oh, it's that fucker in black.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor.
So this one's a chick. Her name is Igerim. I mean, good luck. Igeyorhm. You try and pronounce that shit.
At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Her mask is kind of like almost Phantom of the Opera, where it's covering half her face. And it's like a blood red with what kind of looks like a black cross engraved into it. I think the center of the cross is where her eye should be. Talk to Ysael. Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar, till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Suicune. Well, this time we rejoined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale, and to continue our journey. Let's talk to Estinine. The Ant-Man's god is fallen, then. Impressive, warrior of light. I thought that was my windows making weird noises, but I guess it's the music. Alphanod and Estinine were talking, then we walk up and interrupt them. Alphanod. Suicune, Lady Ysael. Thank the 12. I mean, did you expect anything else? Come on now. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name. And you are quite certain he will keep his word? Ysael. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Suicune. Estinine. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light. Unlike some. You were gone so long that Master Alphanod here nigh lost his wits with worry. Fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. I'm telling you, man, fucking instigator. Jeez, he's such a dick. Alphanod. Estinine, was that truly necessary? I mean, can you blame him for having the hots for me? I mean, Estinine just busts up laughing. Ha! Not truly necessary, but certainly true. Alphanod looks away in embarrassment. Alphanod. What matters is the primal is banished and our promises fulfilled. We should return to Vidofnir. Vidofnir. Without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm, Oh god, this guy. Rilsgvigr. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. Telling you, man, Elfenot's got the hots for me. Ysael, you are unkind, Estenine. For all his experience and intellect, Elfenot is still but a boy. That's fine, he'll live. Estenine just shrugs, like he'll get over it, come on. What are adults for if not to embarrass the shit out of you? See what Estenine has to say for himself. Ah, you should have seen the boy fretting. 'Twas a sight to behold, and he's still doing it. Ysael, tease him no more. Master Alphenod is to be applauded for his sense of responsibility. Given his years, 'tis little wonder the burden weighs heavily upon his shoulders. Yeah, Estenine, stop being a dick. Mourn in passing. Uh-oh. Elfenod, shall we be on our way to Annex Trine, then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. Alright. Alright, we're back at the, I guess, Dragon Castle? Might have to rewatch some of my other footage to remember what the hell's going on. Speak to Ysael. You should be the one to break the news. The victory was yours after all. Estenine. Will the dragon now honor her word? That remains to be seen. Alphenod. Vidofnir will be pleased to hear of Lord Ravana's defeat, and of his pledge to recall his soldiers. Hopefully this does something. Oh yeah, I forgot how, like, demonic she looked. Vidofnir. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contract with the Nath? Actually. Ysael. Yea, nay, my friend. We return in triumph. By Suikun's hand was the beastmen's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands, in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no more. Vidofnir. The deity is slain, then? How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you unto the deepest reaches of Morn, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Som-Al. But be fairly warned. The minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. Ysael. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Caverns of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Well, let's see what she's got to say before we leave. Vidofnir. Be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg. Okay, she just says the same shit. Oh, it's all the way over there. Alright, well, they are very caverny, where I am. It's kind of a cool dragon statue, though. Yeah, the caverns are a lot of, like, black and red marbled-looking stone with kind of an abstract dragon statue in the center of it. Vidofnir. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Sulm Al's summit for thee and thy companions. Yeah, I'm just gonna totally ignore the fact that my friend just drove me over here without encountering a single thing. Her eyes glow red. And like a staff on the statue glows bright blue, which then shoots a beam into the sky into something that I guess looks like a moon. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Where you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. Ysael, we are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. Which is kind of funny. I mean, again, it's one of those, like, judging a book by its cover, because she looks absolutely terrifying. But she seems very reasonable. She's got a nice voice, like, the one time we got to hear it. Which is funny, because she doesn't really have lips. Vidofnir, my final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Ysael, Estinine? Estinine, the way is open. Let us not tarry here. Ysael turns to him. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tomin herself is said to guard this peak. Estinine. Again, he just kind of shrugs. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. We're trying to broker peace, asshole. Come on. Ysael, spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Estinine clutches his fist angrily. Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. And 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Revzlgur. Whatever the fuck that dude's name is. But I said nothing of Tyomin. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as Azure Dragoon. Ysael looks away in disgust. You are beyond redemption. Alphanod gets between them. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Revzlgur, our path leads up the mountain. Yeah, you take charge. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict whenever possible. What other choice do we have? I nod, stoically. And of course, Estinon just kind of shrugs. And, Ysael is kind of sitting there fuming. She is pissed. Shelm Al now accessible. Alright. So this looks like it's going to be a dungeon. Mourn in passing. To climb a dragon mountain, is what my friend says. Are we climbing a dragon mountain? We might be. Because that one was so big, it basically was as big as a mountain. That's kind of what started this whole thing, wasn't it? Travania, Sham, oh. There's a couple of little flowers. Lots of trees. These flowers are pretty big. Lots of, like, plant monsters. There's giant, like, stabby, jutting-looking crystals coming out of everywhere. Usually blue. Alright. Got some, like, pink glowy flowers, I think these are. A very nice looking dungeon. Yeah, it is. And we are gonna wreck it. 'Cause that's what we do. Leming Ochu? Some kind of like plant thing that wants to kill us. I mean, we're supposed to try and not kill stuff over here, but these are all the things that are attacking us, so there's not a lot we can do about it. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be standing next to that, because then it explodes. Then you get poisoned. There's a lot of enemies here, holy crap. Gotta destroy the pollen clusters. Yeah, one of those giant flowers I was looking at before seems to be spewing out poison of some kind. It's basically the same, like, flower monster, but it's angrier looking. The veins. Oh no. Yeah, now we're in like a cavern. starts shooting fire at us. He's out of range. Can't hit you. There he is. Get over here and stop avoiding your responsibilities. And of course he flies off because he's a coward. And here's that dragon avoiding responsibilities again. This one is a cryo, so I guess he's an ice one, because the other one was a fire one. Yeah. It's kind of like a raptor, I think. A raptor, maybe a different kind of T-Rex sort of thing. Is that a spinal cord? Yeah, that looks like a giant spinal cord inside the cave wall there. This platform looks like it's got lots of teeth or claws or something sticking out of it. Trail. Now we're back outside. So let's see those blue crystals sticking out of the wall. Deep Mountain Wyvern. Oh, he did. Ergo Dragon. I don't know what an Ergo Dragon is. It's dead now, whatever it is. I think the fire and ice dragon are trying to kill us now. They're shooting fire and ice at us. Quite neat, I must say. Wounded cryo dragon. Oh yeah, because we beat it up before. Now it's wounded. That's a big dragon. Ysael. Tayoman. Oh, shit, I didn't get to read that. Fuck. S9. As I thought, blind to reason like all the rest. If you would see our mission to its conclusion, you know it must be done. He takes out his lance. Ysael, such rage and rancor. Is there truly no other way? She looks sad. Yeah, first thing was something like consort, but I didn't get to read the rest of it. Sucks. I don't like it when it autos because then I can't read it. I'm guessing she was trying to be like, hey, we come in peace, you know, please don't attack us. And then Tiamat was like, no! Attack you anyway. Arrogant insects. Oh, there goes Tiamat. Ysael does not look happy. Even my character doesn't look happy. Usually she does a little cheer. Ew, ox tongue? What the heck? Why is there an ox tongue in the list? Oh, it's thing with the staff. Use some ratty ass clothes. Alright. I can't use them anyway, but I have them now, I guess. I'm in the void. The light flows under me into a different crystal. Now we have 2 crystals. They're gonna glow. This one is orange? It's either orange or yellow. We have 2 crystals out of the 6 that we had already unlocked. Now we're basically unlocking them again. Awesome. I grab my chest. The group runs up to me. Alphanod. Suikyun? He's got such a hard crush on me. I turn and nod to him. With a little smile. I got this, don't worry about it. S9. So it seemed Tiamat was the last. I sensed no other dragons nearby. Really? Alphanod, what is happening? I think we pissed somebody off. Oh, S9 falls to the ground. He falls to one knee, clutching his chest. S9. Nidhogg! He roars! Ysael. He knows we are here, then. S9. His fury. It bleeds through the eye. He slowly gets to his feet. Fear not, I am yet my own master. Wait, could that be a problem? But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Are you gonna turn on us at some point? Ysael. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Shiva, when will it end? Yeah, now that we killed Tiamat, that's probably gonna piss off Nidhogg even more. This is not good. This is not... How are we gonna broker peace like this?
To the peak of Som Ar, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands, floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
Travania, the churning mists. I still have my little Midsgardemer pet following me. He follows me everywhere I go. Because he's stalking me. Yeah, it's basically... Again, I can't tell if it's just night here, because I don't remember it turning day. Maybe I just missed it. But it's night because I can see the stars. It's dark. There's basically something that looks like a dandelion, but it's glowing pink. It's very pretty. Alright, let's speak to S9, since he's the one that's gonna probably create a problem. Ah, I feel the worm's anger. His lair is not far. Not far at all. Ysael. We stand within the sacred homeland of dragons, beneath the sky that is Revslagur's domain. Our quest nears its end, Suicune. Alright, let's speak to Alphinaud. We have reached it at last, the peak of Som Al. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain of all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Korthus, but the air here carries the chill of 12 winters. Beyond the clouds. Alphinaud. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Revslagur's himself. There's a Moogle. Ysael was thinking, and all of a sudden she looks to her left and there's a Moogle right there. It's kind of dancing. What manner of creature is that? How has she never seen a Moogle before? It looks quite surprised. And I think it just shook its ass at us. And then flew off. Alphinaud. Suicune, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? He looks to me shocked, and I look equally shocked, and I nod. Alphinaud. It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the 12's I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Revslagur makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely.